What is up, Gunplum modelers? This is Strider Prime, bringing you a new edition of Gundam Customs, and today I am going to build this kit. The 144 scale high grade RX-78F00 Gundam and G-Dock from the Gundam Factory Yokohama walking Gundam facility, you could say. Yeah, I'm building this, of course. I am building the other kit, but I said let me build this one at the same time as well. Probably kill two birds with one stone. But yeah, this is the new variation of the walking Gundam that we've all been seeing for the past, I think it was like, what, 2 years? Maybe close to 3? And I am welcome to not only have this kit, but I also have the 1/100 scale, and I was hoping, if I can get my hands on it, which I don't know if I will, get the 148 scale mega scale version, because that kit looks amazing. But we're going to start small, and then we'll work our way up. And yes, there is an SD version of this, that is true. But during the campaign, the Gundam event that would happen back in August, I said, no, we'll work with what I want. I want the high grade, and of course I want the 1/100 scale, which is technically not a master grade. We'll cover that in a later day. Now yes, besides this one with the dock, there is the one that was without the dock. And I believe it was like around 20 bucks, but for another $10 more you get this and the dock itself. And I got this from p-bandai. Yeah. I didn't want to tell everybody that I was going to get it. I said I might as well get it and then surprise and then do a build and paint this kit, because it definitely needs to be painted, and it has some nice beautiful striking colors. Not only that though, it has a lot of two-tone colors here and there. You almost think you're building a what do you call it, a real grade kit, which I'm surprised that they should have made a real grade kit of this. But the proportions are a little weird in a way, because the joints on the arms are not the typical joints that you normally see on a high grade or any mobile suit kit, mobile suit that came before it. But it has the same aesthetic. It's also a weird look to it, and that's what appeals to me. And I hope that it appeals to you guys. Now, obviously, this is not something you can get immediately. This was sold exclusively at p-bandai, and if you're in Japan and you're at the Gundam Factory, you can pick it up there. Otherwise, you're going to have to go through third-party shipping, or maybe sites that are selling it. But obviously, you're going to be paying a little bit more than what I just paid right now for this. So, to those who have gotten this kit during the event, congratulations. To those who want to get it, I hope maybe p-bandai will do another event soon, maybe a holiday event, who knows, and then you can get your hands on it. But until then, you know, I'm afraid you're going to have to go through the regular channels that everybody else has gotten just to get this kit. And I'm going to build this to show you guys how it looks. Now, we have the dock. That's how thick the box is. It does its posing of walking and holding up the beam rifle. I don't know if it has the actual hand where it's pointing up, like in the at the factory, where it's walking and then it does the kneel and then points up his finger. But yeah, it doesn't show. Maybe around here. I don't see anything here. I do see some hands. I see some open hands. I see some beam saber effects, but yeah. Alright. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Let's open this up. First plate is, of course, the A plate. I believe. Yes, this is the ink plate. And we have a sticker that says Gundam Dock. We have these numbers. So clearly this is something that goes on the base. But I see the standard stickers that will go on the kit. the V fin sticker. Clearly that has to be painted. You see the red parts. There's the face, blue part, the shield, the feet. Okay, so there's the V fin there. So clearly I'm going to be probably painting this white, then painting it red, then masking everything else so I can paint it yellow. Good colored yellow tone, of course. And a lot of good details too. Wow. Beam effect parts, and the inner frame, charcoal parts you could say. Beam rifle, there's the hands. Don't see any extra hands that does that, you know, point into the sky look to it. Now, this set of parts is a grayish, it's like a very, very, very light gray. Alright, next we have the assembly of the G-Dock, some of the frame. More of the frame. Oh, don't tell me that that's all the parts that make up the Gundam. Okay. Oh wow, yeah. So all this makes up the kit. It's clear that this is not a kit where the parts are already pre-done and all that stuff. You do have to paint it in specific colors and all that stuff. But fortunately enough, the detail on the shoulders, on the thigh armor, on the legs, on this, you can clearly it acts as a guide, so that way you know what to paint and what not to paint. You know, what color. Oh boy, that's going to be nice. Let me grab that, the manual. But it's interesting to see all this, that you use all that for the base. Let's review the manual. Alright, so here are the instructions. What is Gundam Factory Yokohama? Some detailed information, the backstory. But let's go to the page which talks about the parts. There's no X's anywhere, and surprisingly, no polycaps. Ooh, that's interesting. Very interesting. So we have the assembly of the waist unit. Clearly, no core fighter. Backpack, the head unit, and then we have both right and left arm, and then the legs, both left and right leg, followed by the waist unit, final assembly, then the beam rifle, followed by the shield, and the placement. Then of course the next step will be the assembly of the base itself. Pretty nice. There's a section there where the base actually moves forward and back, so that way you can attach the Gundam, and then of course the cage light structure where you can open it and close it and then pull the base forward or back, so that way you can do the simulation of it walking, you would say. What is Gunpla? Pretty much gives you a brief history of Gunpla. We have the original RX high grade and of the RX-72 and Char, Zeta Gundam and the Bound Dock, New Gundam and Zazabi, Penelope and Messer, Raven and Atlas Earthy, Barbatos, Marcosi, and of course Freedom and Destiny. What is Gundam? We all know what it is. Nice. This is very nice. And then we have the color guide. The white parts, which is a little bit off-white, but you can definitely see, you know, we have a combination of white, like a dark charcoal, and then a gray tone, red tones there. So you can see different types of white, blue, light blue, red. We have a light gray for the body, dark gray, really black colors. It's asking me to paint the dock black. Then we have orange and yellow. Wait, where is orange? Where is orange? I don't see an orange. Unfortunately, there's not a picture of the kit where you can actually see it first up, but we'll find it soon enough. And you know what? I didn't notice this. Let me open that up again. There is decals, but I think it's stickers. I must have missed it. Here it is. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Wow, this is going to be an interesting kit to build. Doesn't seem to be too complicated because it looks easy enough with all the parts. Again, we have to explore the how to paint this and all that stuff. And speaking of painting, hold on one moment. Before we discuss about the paint, let's discuss about the image again. That's why I had to pull this out a bit so we can all see this here. We do have various tones here. We have the red, of course, we have the blue, but I see two tones of blue there. We have the two tones of the white area, so we have gray, we have white, we have a dark, we have a Titan's blue one, you could say charcoal. But I also see this off-white here. This image on this kit on the front page doesn't do it justice, and I wish they would have put this or some example on it on the manual. I didn't see it. I do have the 1/100 scale version, so it must have more information there. Otherwise, I can pull it off the network, the internet, and see what I can do with that. So yeah, everything looks basic here, the basic colors. So let's pull out the basic color for the three tones for the white, gray. For the white, well, I'm pulling this out here, but I'm not using this. There's the regular MS white that I have, which I'm going to use. I'll put that here for now as a stand-in. But for the next color tone, I'll use this one, gray, 325. And for the charcoal colors, my tried and true Titan's Blue 1. Now, blue. There are definitely two tones of blue, so I do have two tones of blue here, and I'm going to be using paints that I haven't got a chance to use a lot. The Moto paints. This is M004 Royal Blue, and this is of course Pro Mix Cobalt Blue. I think that would be cool to try it on this. And thank you for Robot Kai for supplying these Moto paints. I'm going to be using it. For the red, pure red. For the yellow, pure yellow. For the inner frame parts, charcoal beam rifle, we're using the gunmetal. This is actually a really good gunmetal. However, I may end up using the finisher, but I'm going to use this one because I haven't given this a lot. Well, no, I have used this a lot in some kits, but we'll go from there. And as for the overall base, I'm going to use pure black. I want to see how this works well with the base. Consider it's all black. Yeah, do that. See how it is. We'll go from there. Now, if there's any other colors that I'm not seeing here, no big deal. I'll substitute it with something. But I just want to keep it as close to the color tone of this kit as possible. And considering there's a lot of guides on how to do the imaging, how to do the you know, where to go with the painting and all that. I don't have to worry about scribing and all that stuff. It's already done, so that will help me out. All right, what do you guys think of that? threw a monkey in a wrench with you guys. Now you see me build this. Don't worry, I'll get this done by the end of the month. With that being said, let's begin building RX-78F00 Gundam and G-Dock. High grade.